Oh, Miss Linda. We ain't gonna be able to tell Miss Linda nothing. She getting that fresh retwist. I like it. I like it a lot. Good morning, Merrick 8500. Myrna's going to be visiting her dad in Missouri for his 85th birthday. That's exciting. Good morning, Miss Samela. Glad to have you up walking with us this morning. Glad to have you here. Y'all, it's been a very crazy and busy couple of days. Actually, it's been a crazy and busy week. That's probably the more accurate assessment. But I'm here, and our walks got completed. And that's not always easy. All walks got completed this week. And I'm really glad I moved down from 5 days to 3 because I'm not as tired. Now, of course, my weight loss and things have slowed, but I'm just not as tired. And I just got more energy to do all the things I want to do. So it's a good thing. It really is a good thing. All right, let's get this treadmill going and let's get this party started right. Miss Samela, how are you doing? How are you doing? Oh, thank you. Thank you so kindly. Yeah, I was starting to feel really down because I did not. Well, let me go back. Let me tell the group what we're talking about. So, oh, great. You're going to get an outside walk in. Come on, Miss Samela. Enjoying that nice. You must have nice weather. I'm in Texas, y'all. It's hot as H to the double hockey stick. It's hot. It's already hot. I think we had 100-degree day, or at least maybe 200-degree days already, and we haven't even stepped into June. So it's hot. So actually, this time of the day, the early morning hours in Texas are the absolute best time to get a walk in. I don't know. Yeah, nice cloudy day. You can definitely get out there and get some steps in. I love that. Good morning, Jennifer. Good morning. My mama named Jennifer, so you're probably in the right space. All right, so this week, the team, you guys are the team. Y'all reminded me that I needed to take some pictures to see what my actual progress was because I was getting a little down. My weight has stalled, but I'm walking less. My diet hasn't been as nice and neat as it has been in previous months. So starting to get a little bit down about my progress. So I got up this morning. I said, let's take some pictures to commemorate where I am now, look back at where I was, and then I'm going to be spending the next couple of weeks strategizing for the next 6 months because I'm at a 6-month mark this year. All right. So I took some pictures. I shared them with you guys. Check out any of my socials. I'm excited about the progress. I can see it now. You know, people have been telling me, and I'm like, I don't know about that. I still feel like I'm that other girl. But I do. I see the progress. So thank you. But let's talk more about y'all. Some days outside, sometimes inside. Okay, cool. Well, hopefully you have a lovely walk outside today. Good morning, Facebook and YouTube. Those of you that are there, good morning. Drop a hello in the chat. Good morning, Janine. Glad to see you. Drop a hello in the chat. And let me know that you're there. That's how I know you're there. Janine, just 5 more days, man. 5 more days. She's an educator, and you'll be set free. 5 more days. For in Texas, the students' last day is next Friday. So y'all have a safe and smooth as possible end of the year. Smooth as possible. Okay? This week, we've been talking about making assumptions. All right? I want to go back and just review a little bit about what we've been talking about. This Kaizen and these principles, they're new to me. I know they're not new to a lot of you, but they're new to me. And it's really starting to touch on just in a new way, things that I know I need to work on. All right. And I hope it does the same for you. Thanks, Janine. Janine says she's doing summer school. Girl, you need a vacation, Janine. You need a vacation, friend. All right. So this week we've been talking about assumptions. We talked about how in our relationships, marriages, significant others, with our children, as parents, as co-workers, we make a lot of assumptions, and we actually make a lot of decisions in how we treat people based on those assumptions. And we talked about letting it go and asking yourself, what if I'm wrong? Like, what if I just don't have this as right as I thought I did? What if you got it wrong? And so the task this week has been to slow down when we realize that we're starting to assume and have better conversations. In business, this could look like you assume no one opens your email, but you never actually look at your data and your open rates. You never actually look at which emails do get opened. You never actually explore why they might be opened. Same thing with social media. You assume, good morning, that is Kalima, good morning. Good morning to you, good morning. We assume that we don't, posting to social media really doesn't work because we haven't gotten any sales. But we never actually looked at our data to determine if we have posts that are working versus ones that are not working. So in our business, we make a lot of assumptions. This week, we've been talking about letting it go and asking the question, what if I'm wrong? Can I try something new? All right. So it's my hope that as we've been having this conversation this week, you have been practicing the art of letting go of some assumptions that you've made. All right. In the chat, let me know if you've been here this week or not. Put a 1 in the chat if you've noticed, and this may or may not be the case, but put a 1 in the chat if assumptions have showed up in your life this week. Whether you made them or someone else made them. Put a 1 in the chat. If there were any assumptions that happened, assumptions you made or assumptions someone else made. Because that's what we've been talking about this week. Let me know. Just drop a 1. I know quite a few of you are driving. So just drop a 1 if there have been any assumptions or this theme of assumptions has showed up in your life this week. Drop a 1 in the chat. I'd love to learn about it. Oh, wow. I see some 1s coming through. I see some 1s coming through. I've been really struggling with this assumptions because there are several relationships in my world that I have really been navigating based on assumptions and not facts. And so I've got some conversations scheduled to get the clarity I need to move forward or to not move forward. It has been very eye-opening how often I am missing pieces of the puzzle. And so it's my hope with these assumptions that you guys have been seeing in others or seeing in yourself, that you're going to take some time to really slow down and ask yourself, is it possible that you may be missing the full picture? And then navigate differently and explore and try some new things. Okay, so that was really our big theme. In addition to introducing the Kaizen series. Kaizen simply means we're getting a little better. We're just improving. And so we're going to be talking about each one of these principles. It's not a faith or a religion. It's a set of principles Toyota, the Japanese company, they use these principles to guide their company. And I believe that if a company that makes millions and billions of dollars every year can ground themselves in good quality principles, then we probably could do the same in our own businesses. So we're going to be doing that for the next couple of weeks. That's what we're going to be doing. All right. Good morning, Listra Edwards 8. Good morning. Good morning. I promise you, these assumptions you're making, you don't have the full picture. You're making decisions without the full picture. And if you really sit down and ask some questions and have some good conversations, your mind will be blown and you will navigate differently going forward. Okay? You're going to navigate different. Good morning, Ladrika. So that was Wednesday, but it's Friday. How y'all doing? I got new people coming in. Janine, do you have any plans for the weekend? Tamika, do you have any plans for the weekend? Who is this? Kilima, do you have plans for the weekend? Y'all let me know. What y'all doing? Put in that. Miss Samala, Miss Linda, do y'all have plans for the weekend? I know that Myrna's going to be celebrating her dad. Let me know. Let's talk. My daughter is going to do her, kind of sad to say this, but she's doing her last recital. She plays piano, so next week, that piano back there, it will be gone. That piano is going to be gone, y'all. I had a great talk with my therapist because I've been stressing because she's not passionate about piano. She's not. Good morning, One Body and Soul. And so after a really good conversation with my therapist, I walked away going, I haven't been listening the right way with her. I have not been listening with her the right way. She's been showing me over and over that she loves to paint. She begs me to paint. And we have rules, so she can't paint unless the kitchen is clean, because that's where I send her to paint because she makes a mess. And I needed to be in a space where I could mop and wipe things off easily, so she paints in the kitchen. And this year, I know she's made 10 to 15 portraits for people. And I wanted her to tell me the answer. I wanted to say, Charlotte, what do you want to do? And I wanted her to just tell me what she wanted to do. But she didn't have the words, right? And I've had her in piano since before she could really talk well, for a lot of reasons. A, I had a piano. B, I know that piano and music development helps with the brain. C, it's a skill that if she continues, she can take it the rest of her life, right? It's a skill she can use and get paid with. I had all these hopes and dreams about her and this piano. And so I assumed that if I just kept her in it, she would become attached to it. And that has not been the case. And even when I asked her what she needed, she didn't have the words to effectively tell me. All right? And the same is going to be true in some of these conversations that you guys are going to have. And so it's important that you spend time thinking through the actions and the decisions of the people that you're working with. Because it may tell a story that you've been missing. That's what happened to me. So this week, I sat her down and I said, hey, these are your options. I found an art program that she can do weekly next year. It's actually cheaper than her piano classes. I'm going to have to drive further to get her there, but I only got to do it once a week. And she agreed. So we're going to be taking her off piano and moving her over to art classes. And I said all that to say this. I feel so much more peace now that I have let go of my assumptions about what was best for her and allowed her to have more voice in her own. Good morning, Kelly. All right, I meant to tell y'all that earlier. All right, so there's a lot of power when you slow down and listen. And I think it's a strategy that you can use with anyone, not just your kids. Okay? So that's my piece on that. In my mind, I was like, wait, I didn't tell him about Charlotte. So she'll be painting and learning art styles all next year. And I'm sad to see the piano go, but I'm excited that we'll be way more grounded in something that she's interested in a real way. Ooh, Tamika said, hold on, my shoe is not untied. I don't want to bust my butt. Tamika said, I had to consider myself in relationships. I assumed I was my best self because of them. Ooh. She has said a mouthful there. She has said a mouthful there. Because we're not always our best self when we are in these relationships with other people. All kinds. Spiritual, friendships, marital, family, and business. And business. Because you may not actually be performing at your best in certain relationships. I love that. Thank you for sharing that. All right. Yeah, so that's one way that assumptions were like, it just slapped me in the face. I'm like, I've been assuming that if I just keep pushing her, she'll love it. And she does not. She loves music. She would like to learn how to play the drums at some point, but she does not love playing the piano. And she was telling me I just wasn't listening the right way. All right. So as you start stepping out and really looking at assumptions that you're making, make sure that you adjust your rate of listening, because how you need to listen might need to be different. They may not have the ability to say it out to you. And so make sure that you're collecting enough pieces of information to effectively better understand where that person stands. All right? All right. Now, let me go see what y'all doing this weekend. Kelly, what you got planned? Miss Samela says she's cleaning up her house. Hey, listen. I'm feeling inspired. I'm going to clean up one more section. I'm going to clean up one more section. What do y'all have going on this weekend? For my people who like to journal, go hang out with Tamika. And do you have Journal Jam today? Tamika, drop your information in the chat if you have Journal Jam. Every Friday at 6 Central Standard, she does a session where you talk, connect, and journal. Okay. Kelly has Canvas season with Dean. So over in DCT, they've been having a full 6-week program where you can learn all these different aspects of Canva. And this week, both Kelly and Dean are going to be highlighted. What are y'all talking about, Kelly? What's y'all's topic? You know I don't know nothing offhand. Tamika said, we think we know what's best for our kids, but our assumptions stifle them. I 1000% agree. I 1000% agree. And it's harder, right? The older they get, the harder it gets. Oh, so y'all be doing the magic design tools. Okay. double take the time. I've been trying to catch all of these live. So I'm hoping I'll be able to catch it live. And if you're new to Canva or you want to learn Canva from experts, make sure you grab the Canva Season 6-week program. Good morning, Petra. How you doing? How are you? You're Eastern, so 1 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Central. All right. Make sure you guys are signed up for Canva Seasons. Y'all, my child is calling me, which means he probably missed the bus. And I would let him stay home. But boy, I would work him like a horse. Oh, so 1 o'clock Central, 2 o'clock Eastern. Because I think Dean is Eastern. That's why I said that. I'm pretty sure Dean is Eastern. So 1 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Eastern. Sorry about that. My bad. Y'all don't have to bring this little rascal to school again. This is the second time this week. I've been throwing water on him. So if y'all got any tips or tricks to get these preteen boys out of bed, let me know, because I'm about to lose my britches. I'm about to lose my mind. He's messing up my work schedule. All right. Last question for the day. How did you win? What were your wins for this week? Yeah, he been getting waterboarded every day. And I go find the biggest cup I can find. Biggest cup. Every day is progressively worse. Because he's killing me. And by the time I bring him and get back home, I lose like 40 minutes worth of work time. And y'all know how this is. I need every second of my work day. It kills me. Killing me. So if y'all got any tips or tricks to get these young preteens out of the bed, let me know. What were y'all's wins this week? What went well? How did you succeed? Let me know in the chat. I want to hear about it. Janine is working this weekend. I see you say, if I say, you'll shake your head at me. Yup. Good morning, Be Digital Love. I know you're at the workplace, but I'm glad you're able to pop in, even if it's for a few minutes. What were your wins this week? How were you successful? What went well? Where are you thriving? Glad to have you, even if it's just for a few minutes. Good morning, Rosie. How you doing? Yup, he done missed the bus. What's going on? So you missed the bus? Okay, well, you must have missed the bus. Okay, well, go put the phone in my room. Because if you were at the bus at like 10, 15 minutes ahead of time, you wouldn't have missed it. Thank you. All right, what were these wins? What were these wins? I posted 90 days. Be Digital Love. Good morning, Whitney. You posted consistently for 90, y'all. Whoa. So Be Digital Love. Her win for this week is that she has posted consistently for 90 days in a row. All right. Good morning, Sarah Whitney. What has been the impact of that? If you have time, because I know you be at work. If you have time, what changes have you noticed? What progress have you seen? That is difficult. And then on Facebook, Tamika with Hidden Gems, that is her group. You can join her group. She does journal jams, and it's just a really good opportunity to work through whatever it is you need to work through in a safe and comforting environment. And she's going to have a journal prompt. She's going to have some key points, and you can talk through those things together. Good morning, Infinite Rocket Power. How are you? Good morning, Armando. How are you? Let me see these wins. It's mighty quiet today. There's no win that's too small, and there's no win that's too big. What were your wins this week? How were you successful? What were your wins? All right, for me, I went skating with my daughter yesterday. And that's what kind of made me get up this morning and say, okay, you need to take pictures. All right. My win was skating. I love to skate. If I had time and opportunity, I would go skating once a week. And so, I got on my skates, but of course I'm lighter. And when I first got on these skates, I felt a little uncertain in this new body that I'm in. And after I did a couple of laps, I was like, okay. I didn't realize we're going to talk about this next week in more detail, but I didn't realize the weight that I was carrying and how much of an impact it was having on my ability to skate. And I'm going to go into this in a lot more detail next week, because I think it's important that we explore what we carry, whether it be physical weight, emotional weight, mental weight. I think we're going to take some time to talk about that. Let's see. Infinite Rocket Power says she loves roller skating. Me too. Miss Mel says she would love the old bones. Yes. Because listen, we don't want no injuries. I had that thought too, Samela, to enjoy this while I have opportunity. Because injuries are going to take longer to heal. But that was my win. Just having this internal, like, you're not doing enough. Maybe what you've lost hasn't really mattered that much. Maybe I'm not really making a difference. And that's not true. And getting on the skates and realizing, like, and because I've been walking every day, when I kind of started to sweat and move, it wasn't that difficult. It wasn't that hard, because I've been walking with y'all like 8 months. Okay, so that was my win. Okay, Tamika's topic for tonight is called Uncovered. Tamika's group, Hidden Gems, is the name of the group. They talk in the journal, and topic tonight is Uncovered. Let's see. I need to take time to do this. Kelly, you talking about roller skating? Yes, if you can and your body is able. I own skates. That's how serious I am about it. So I love it. Put my earbuds in and go to town. I really want to do it more often, though. Okay, so Be Digital Love says that she realizes that she has to it has to be locked in with her schedule. That's one way that she has mastered consistency in this area. She has reminders daily. She's got visual goals on her boards. So she's got a board where she has her goals. And so even on the days that's hard, so Be Digital Love's win is that she She consistently posted for 90 days in a row. But she acknowledges that some days were hard. She was exhausted. Everything at her day job has sent her through a loop. But she still pushed through. All right. Lord Hammer. Okay. Injury prone people, we're going to get y'all a different activity. My injury prone people and my crickety crackety leg folks, we need a new activity for y'all. All right, so Infinite Rocket Power's win is that she learned Notion this week. Are you going to be adding Notion to your workflow? Yeah, Infinite Rocket Power's win was learning Notion. Good morning, Sage. I feel attacked. I don't know what you feel attacked for. Okay. She's a bit. Infinite Rocket Power says yes, she's moved it into her business workflow. It's really helping her. And Be Digital Love says they got a love-hate relationship. Sage, what wins do you have this week? What are your wins? Don't feel attacked. It's a hobby. It's something I like to do. I don't get to do it very often, but that was my win this week. Realizing that I just didn't realize what I was carrying. I didn't realize how uncomfortable I was. I didn't realize how better I could perform if I removed it. It's very eye-opening. So I want you to take that message and just think about whatever it is in your own lives and decide what weights you need to move so that you can feel better in the long run. Well, maybe Notion just isn't your jam. She said she can't master it. Sage, what was your win this week? All right, thank y'all for keeping those reactions coming. I appreciate you. I'm gonna wrap. I'm not quite done with my walk, but children gone children. That's not a work schedule. This week, we talked about making assumptions. Let's take some time to really reconnect with those we love and care about and reconnect with our business and really decide, what if I got it wrong? And do some exploration till you get it right. Okay, Infinite Rocket Power, been drinking her water, her H2O. Have you been feeling better? Sage has formed her empowerment dynasty, and she's waiting on her paperwork. I love that. Congratulations. Congratulations to you both. Have a good day, Be Digital Love, and I will see you next week. Make sure you take some time to rest this weekend. All right, those of you who your weekends are your time off, take some time to rest. So Miss Samela, don't get the cleaning too heavy. Make sure you have you some tea and stretch out just a little bit. Sundays, we will be back with Sundays with TRM. All right, we've got a line up for you that you do not want to miss. Thank you, girl. I appreciate you. I'm proud of you too. You're doing the thing. And the TRM team is back with a brand new series of classes. Talia's going to be teaching this month repurposing journals and notebooks. Y'all done heard about these tariffs. We're going to need to repurpose. We don't know what back to school stock is going to look like. We are at the end of the school year. So make sure those lovely, kind, sweet babies bring back all those books they didn't use, notebooks and composition notebooks. Go pull out of your stock. The ones you know you bought for 50 cents 5 years ago that you ain't did nothing with, let's repurpose them. People are going to need to buy them because we are expected to have shortages when it comes to back to school supplies. Yeah, Mr. Miller says we're doing crafting. Yes. Talia's calling it her craft girl summer. She's crafting all summer. Now that she's not back at work, she is focusing on crafting. All right. Regina is going to be offering Omni in Midjourney. So she's going to be doing an entire session on Omni. I think she's going to add in a little bit of Midjourney editing. You guys know that she's the Midjourney monarch. And so she'll be doing that. Also, side note, Regina's going to offer a Patreon-only session, and she's going to offer a public session for the general public. Patreon members get both replays and resources. Okay? So just putting that out there. It pays to be in the Patreon. It pays to be in the Patreon. And then hey, Miss Linda, I listened. I'm going to be doing a 3-month series. So we're going to do one class the next 3 months on market research. And I'm going to be pulling back and showing you some processes and systems on how to do the research you need to do so that your products get into the hands of the right people. Okay? Because just posting your product link is not enough. Matter of fact, it's a waste of your time, to be honest with you. Oh, yeah, I got you, Mr. Miller. I got you. So that will be my class. So when I was on AI Fusion with collaborations, we had this whole conversation about market research and keywords. So I've got 3 classes coming up. They're going to cover that topic. The first class, we're going to do research. That's going to be the focus. Class 2 is going to be keywords. Class 3 is going to be marketing. Okay, and by the time you get to class 3, you will have a full understanding as to how market research is connected to keywords, it's connected to how these algorithms work, and what you have to say and do to get people to purchase what you sell. And I'm going to tell y'all the truth. There are some practices that I do all the time. And I have been spending the last couple months or so learning that what I'm doing is ineffective and it doesn't work. It's ineffective and it don't work. And I keep doing it. I don't like that, but I keep doing it. And so I've got a new project I'm going to be announcing later this year. Because if what I'm doing isn't working, I'm not making money. And if I'm not making money, I'm not making progress. All right? So even for me, there are some things that I'm going to be teaching you, and I'm slowly pivoting based on these things that I've been learning and practicing, and I'm going to teach it to you so that you can pivot and start practicing it, because there's just some things that we're not doing right. All right? So those mine, I'm doing market research. June, we're just going to talk research. How to do it, where to pull the research from, how to leverage it. July, we're going to do keywords. People type in words. What words do we need to have associated with our products? Where can we get them from? How do we use them? August, social media algorithms, how to get your product sold. Okay? So those are my 3. But for the month of June, we'll be doing Talia repurposed notebooks. Regina's going to do Omni, and I'm doing market research. All right? So if you want in on that, my recommendation is you go to my profile and join TRM Learning. That's my recommendation. Join there. Every month, you're going to get 3 classes for the cost of 1. There's nobody else offering classes at that lower rate. Okay? Come hang with us. You will not be disappointed. All right, let me go find this boy. Let me go find this boy. You're killing me. Because by the time I get home, it's going to be 10 o'clock. But I guess I will embrace the journey. And yeah, mamas, let me know. I need to know in the chat. Oh, no, I got my water. I ain't drunk it, though. Thanks for the reminder. All right, Facebook and YouTube. I'll see you guys Monday. We'll be back. Oh, I ain't fuss at them, Tamika. I literally still put my phone in my room because if you can't keep track of when you're supposed to be at the bus stop, you don't know. I ain't even no fuss. Go put my phone up. Yay! All right, Facebook, YouTube. I will see you guys next time. Bye.